Hello everyone, my name of course is Resonant and welcome back to another video. Now this is hopefully going to be a bit of a shorter video today because it's just me going over some new news that has been announced regarding Of Kings and Men, and many of you will know this news, but I thought there would be a lot of people that aren't really following this game that do watch my channel that might want to know about it and be interested in it, because to be fair, this is the biggest news we've actually heard from Of Kings and Men for a long time, because obviously the development seems to have died off a bit, the game seems to have died off a bit. I do go over that in my Is Kings of Men Dead video, but this is saying that it's big news is a bit of an understatement. But it's not the kind of news that you might expect. This is not good news, okay? And I'm going to go over it now. I'm going to give my opinion, and I'm going to ask you guys a few questions because I'd love to know your opinion on this as well. So, the developers of Kings and Men, Warlock Wireless, they have decided that they are going to currently leave the project for now. They announced that there would be a departure of the key staff in the development team. Now this is a bit of a blow to the development of Kings and Men, and they have said that it's not going to completely finish Of Kings and Men. There's still going to be a game there, but the lead designer and several team members will be leaving the project. And they'll be leaving by the end of January, so they'll probably have left by this time. And that is some pretty big news, since this means that the development is going to go even slower than it has already. There's a quote from a part of the team saying, "It is with great sadness that we can confirm today departures of the key development staff who have decided to move on to new opportunities. We warmly wish them success in their new ventures, and we'd like to thank them for their exceptional hard work and dedication to the project. We would further like to reassure the Of Kings and Men community that at this time, continuing the development of the game and taking it to the full launch still remains a priority." Now, I'm just going to go over and kind of break that down for you guys because there's some very suspicious things in here. I just like to state, I'm going to do something a bit stupid, and I'd like to actually say my opinion on this. And it's never a good idea to say your opinion on the internet, but I'm actually going to say my opinion on this. And honestly, I'm not completely surprised. Kings and Men has been dying for a while. It was such a hyped, overhyped game. Everyone wanted it. Loads of people picked it up. It was on the most popular games on Steam when it was first released, and it's just died off in the few months it's been out. People have just died away from it. People just don't seem to want to play it anymore because nothing's really happened with the development. It's not the game we were promised, and I don't think it's ever going to be that anymore. I think this is a project that has been promised, but been promised way too much, and we're just not going to get the game we all hope for. They have said that they're going to move on to new opportunities, and really what they're trying to say here is they think Of Kings and Men just isn't worth it anymore. They probably either they're stuck with ideas of what to do, or they just don't have the resources and the tools to create the project that they promised. I mean, in that trailer we saw that amazing epic, we saw all the cool things that they were going to be adding in, and it just seems that they're not going to be able to do that, which is a massive shame. And so it seems they're going to move on to new opportunities, so they kind of have given up on Of Kings and Men, just like a lot of the community have. And I think that has to be the main part of it. The community have just decided that they don't really want to play this game anymore, so it means that the servers, the community has just died off completely, and that's obviously going to take a massive hit to the developers. And I'm surprised that maybe they're completely leaving it altogether, but then again, it's probably not much of a surprise since the way the game has been going at the moment. Now, they have said that they'd like to reassure the Kings and Men community that at this time continuing the development of the game and taking it to full launch remains the priority. Which once again is a very suspicious thing to say. Yeah, they're trying to convince the Kings and Men community that the game is still going to go. You will not have wasted your money backing it. You will not have wasted your money paying into early access, and it will still be fully launched, and maybe even all the stuff they promised. But then they just put in the "at this time" phrase, and that completely sort of contradicts what they said there. Personally, I think what this means is the project is probably going to fail. Hopefully they can get it back on its feet. They can put in all the effort that is needed to get this game working as the community want it. Now, obviously, they have done a really good job of getting this game out, but they just overhyped it a little bit too much. Personally, I don't think they should have shown everything they did on the trailer, since we didn't get that game. Or they shouldn't have released it into early access. Yes, maybe they needed the extra money, but I really don't think it was a good idea releasing it into early access at the state it was in, because it was nothing like what people thought it was going to be. So yeah, they have said that at this time it is still on track to be launched, and they're still going to try and get it out. But that little phrase saying at this time means maybe later in the future they're just going to completely scrap the project, which is a massive shame. And I know a lot of people that were really looking forward to this game, and they spent a lot of money on it, which is always a bit of a letdown when developers do that. But what people don't really understand, that developing a game is probably one of the hardest things you can do in this day and age. Or let me correct myself, probably not the hardest thing to do, but it's one of the hardest things to get right. Making a game and getting it popular are very different things. Anyone can code a few things with a bit of teaching them themselves. Anyone can make a decent-ish game, but making it popular in the community completely relies on the wider world. And of course, if people don't like your game, if it's not popular, your game is just not going to do as well. And of course, that really affects the community, and that really affects the developers as well, who, as we have seen in this example, would just want to leave it. So personally, I'm not that surprised. And personally, to be fair, I wasn't as sad as some people, since I kind of gave up on Kings of Men a while ago when a lot of other people did. I was really hoping that they could get back on their feet and we could get back and get a really good game out of that, because it has so much potential. But it seems that is not going to happen. I'd love to see your opinions down below in the comment section. What do you think about this new use? Are you annoyed at the developers, or did you kind of expect it? Because personally, I sort of expected it. Hopefully, we will get some more updates on this. We'll see how it's going. I will keep you guys posted on Of Kings and Men and its development, and hopefully they can get back on their feet, but we'll just have to see in the future. If you guys enjoyed this video, remember to leave a like. You know what to do if you didn't. But subscribe to the channel for more content and updates on upcoming games and all the things we have so far. But other than that, I will see you in the next one.